Hi there, I'm Jacqueline of Vero, where we go around the world searching out small production and special wines. And today, we have one of those particular and unusual wines to taste, made from a blend of rare grape varieties native to Piedmont in northern Italy. This field blend of indigenous varieties starts off with mainly Barbera, and it has a smattering of other Piemontese varieties included as well. But with all of this combined, this wine is sort of representative of the viticultural tradition of Piedmont inside a bottle. So what is this red wine that I have in my glass? Well, it is Case Corini's Briccco. Case Corini is a small generational family-owned winery located in Costigliole d'Asti, a small village in Piedmont, near to the borders of the famous wine regions of the Langhe and the Monferrato, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites. But Case Corini is far from your traditional, average, conventional winery. This is because Case Corini specializes in crafting 0-0 wines, following the principles of regenerative agriculture with minimal intervention. These are methods like no added sulfites and native yeast fermentation. The grapes are hand-picked during harvest and are the result of a biodynamic and organic farming style, passed on through various generations that prioritized soil management above all. For this sixth-generation winery, they want to maintain and protect this soil. It's their heritage, and it's so important to the family. That is why the label represents the family home and the original vineyard from an old family map they found. If we look closely at the label, we can actually see the family home. And this vineyard that we see behind the house is actually the old original location of the Briccco vineyard. You see, Briccco means hilltop in the local dialect of Piemontese. And as this is the closest vineyard to the top of the hill, that's where it got its name from. But in the 50s, the vines were painstakingly moved to their current location. So now, this old vineyard stands as an open field for flowers and gardens. So where's the Briccco vineyard now? Well, if we look across the road from the family home, you can see where the 70-year-old vines were transferred to, right here. Filled with old vines of mostly Barbera, we can also find some Dolcetto, Freisa, Uva Rara, Vespolina, Uvalino, and Nebbiolo. This mix is because Briccco was biodynamic wine pioneer Lorenzo Corino's close-to-home vineyard, where he experimented to see how different Piemontese varieties would perform and adapt throughout the years. So now that we appreciate a little more about where this wine has come from, let's enjoy a glass of Briccco, shall we? In the glass, it's a bright ruby color with some garnet reflections on the edges. But ruby is a great word to describe this wine because it really does look like a gemstone under the light. On the nose, the wine is complex, fresh, and enjoyable. It's got spicy notes of cardamom and cinnamon, but they blend well with small red fruits like sour cherries and raspberries. I get an ethereal note, like a wine cellar, that comes through in the beginning, but it will fade as the wine opens, adding to the complexity. On the palate, it has lots of fruity notes, like cherry and dark berries, that are followed by the spices. But really, the first thing you notice is the freshness and the acidity of the wine. It's got a lively acidity that is enticing and really makes this wine enjoyable. This tracks when you think of the fact that this is mostly Barbera field blend. And there are some tannins, but they are really soft and they hide a little bit under the acidity. It's a different take on Barbera than other Barbera-based wines from Case Corini, like Barla that we enjoyed in a recent flight tasting. When Barla is super chewy, round, and jammy, this Briccco is lighter, snappier, sharper, and a little bit more lean, and it creates a delicious and different drinking experience. In fact, I think this might also be what helps it become great as a food pairing option. But again, this is not a surprise, as it is Barbera heavy blend, and we know from past experience that Barbera is genuinely a good food-friendly wine. So to wrap up, just one quick suggestion. Being a completely natural wine, This needs some time to breathe in order to express its full potential. To get the most flavors and aromas out of Briccco, try opening the bottle even an hour before serving. The Case Corini wines in general are really fun to play with over time as they evolve so much in the glass and in the open bottle. Try it for yourself. Pour a glass and take a sip. Then, let it sit for a while. I know it's hard, but try. And then come back to see how the wine has evolved. Let us know in the comments below how your experiment went. Not sure where to buy this special wine to try yourself? Well, until recently, it was never imported to the US before, but it is now available from the Vero shop on verovino.com, where you can find this and other wines from Case Corini and so much more. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this content, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you with the next video. Bye-bye.